9-1. Brian, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Welcome to House Calls, the Big Brother talk show at CBS.com. I'm Gretchen Massey. Joining us today and every single Thursday after the live eviction, we have Evil Dick, the old school winner.
Sorry. You guys are stuck with me again.
Sorry. And today, we welcome Brian, the very first evicted house guest, Big Brother
He's
season
the cliche
10. Welcome,
of
man.
Big Brother.
He's the Big Brother
He's
cliche?
the cliche, yeah.
How so, Dick?
Play too hard, too fast.
Yep.
Every season, there's every season.
Played too quick right out of the gate.
Okay, so are you claiming that? Because a lot of people are going to be asking you that. Are you saying, yeah, I did play too hard, too fast?
I played 3 weeks of game in about 7 days. I definitely should have said, like I said, I mean, I watched.
He was a little excited when he got in there.
I did. The one season I had watched was season 7, and they just went right out of the gate, and so I was building that army.
You should have watched season 9. You would have been running around the backyard naked.
I mean, a lot of people had said that I really should have paid attention to some other seasons and watched, because I
So you only saw All-Stars?
only saw All-Stars.
So all of those people had already gone through the experience.
I saw I watched the entire season of season 7, and then I got like a little of season 2, and then other than that, that was it. Like it was just
pushing Dr. Will on you. I think they wanted you to take over his
Okay, so Brian, what we're going to do today is we're going to give all the viewers and fans a chance to talk to you directly, if you're cool with that.
Bring it on.
Okay, so the number is 323-CBS-1000. You can ask Brian anything you want to. Dick, do you anything else for Brian, or do you want me to go right into phone calls?
Go, man, go.
Yeah?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go to Texas. Nope, let's go to Penn first, Pennsylvania, and talk to Logan. Logan, you're on House Calls.
Hey, what's going on?
Logan, what's up, man?
How's it going? Hey, Brian, man, I gotta say, probably in all of Big Brother history, no one has taken on the house as hard as you have.
It was just kind of something that I knew the arrogance was always kind of part of the plan. It just was. It relied on a couple of people doing what I needed them to do to make this all work, and I didn't realize. I always was expecting that other A personality type in the house to step up and build some kind of opposition to go after. Didn't end up that way.
As opposed to going to the girls and telling them your plan.
It didn't end up usually working out that way.
So wait, okay, you say you needed someone to make this whole thing work. What the hell is this whole thing? Because I watched you, and I thought, when you first went in, I thought, oh, this guy is smart. You have a good game plan. You're really, really likable. I thought he could work all the angles. Totally cute,
Perfect.
Tall drink of water. What else do you need in your reality TV? So, and then you go in, and you come out alpha male, which is cool. And then what was going to happen? Because you were in a perfect situation.
I heard an overexcited puppy.
Okay.
I started running around. It was, the situation was good. It's just, I really didn't hold back when I should have. I should have kept a little more in my head and unleashed things right before they happened. One of the things that caught me by surprise was how fast things change in that house. As to where, I mean, you saw United Front went up and threw me off, but then 24 hours later, they were already second-guessing and paranoia and fear ran the house. So if I could have unleashed a lot of things right before they happened, and probably would have been a little more successful.
It took you a while to get used to kind of the flow of things, and it goes by days of the week, actually. Like if you're on the block, there's no point in campaigning or anything until after the POV, number one, and then usually, after that, maybe even the day after that. It's a day and a half is good. Anything else, then people are just like, oh my God, this guy's bugging me to death.
I was preparing for the Memphis eviction before the power of veto. I was preparing that if Jesse went, and that was exactly the problem. Even the day after, I should have said, well, I'm not really sure what we're going to do. And then right before, 24 hours before the power of veto ceremony, is when I should have pushed the Memphis play. But yeah, so
it takes you a while to learn. It almost cost me the game too with Eric. when I went too early. When I went off on Eric and did that whole thing. You didn't see my seasons, but it was too early. And Eric's a good talker, and I learned from that point on. All the deals I made were 5 minutes before the live show. Yeah. I'd pull them in the bedroom and make them 5 minutes before. Absolutely.
People are all panicky at that point too, and I think they're more susceptible to hear what you're going to say.
If they're on the block and you're offering them a deal, it's like you're going home.
Yeah.
I'm offering you a chance to stay, so you're going to give me your firstborn child, and your mother's going to be ironing my clothes for the rest of her life, and they'll give you anything.
Dick is a man that can sniff out opportunity, wait for the right moment, and go in for the kill.
I should have watched 9, apparently.
No, it's 8.
8? Is 8 what it was?
If you wanted to see the naked people running around, that was 9.
That was okay.
Yeah, it didn't really help any of their game, really, either. The nakedness. I mean, none of the naked people
right.
won.
9 was the one of the wintertime one or something like that, right? Okay.
Yeah, and they're running around naked at winter.
It's a tough game because no matter what season you watch, no matter what game plan you go in there with, the people are different every year, and the rules change. It's like you want to play it like chess because it is that way in a way where you have to think move by move, but also look at the big picture in your end game. But then there's no rules like there is in chess. It's like willy-nilly chess, man. It's a crapshoot. So you know what? You're glad you survived. You didn't drown in the pool.
No,
you didn't humiliate yourself.
I wasn't a floater. I'm glad I went out playing and I didn't go out as a floater.
Come on, there's no chance to be a floater.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Talk about Queso. You didn't even have a chance to go to the bathroom in the house.
I'm going to ask you a question. This is for our Super Pass question of the week. This question comes through Real Player, which if you don't have the 24/7 feeds, that's where you get them.
And if you're trying to watch me yesterday, I'll be there next week.
That's where you can also find Evil Dick, right?
Wednesdays.
Real Player.
Before the eviction show.
Okay, see? So yet another reason to go there. And if you can't get your question to the evicted house guest, they will always send us one. So, okay, now I know you may have already answered this, but let's pretend you haven't.
Okay.
Okay, so Brian, do you think you were working things too hard and having so many alliances with so many people this early in the game that led to your eviction?
Absolutely.
All right, there you go. Now we go to Canada.
Hey, right.
We're going to talk to Lauren. Lauren, you're on House Calls.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Lauren.
Good, how are you?
Canada.
Very good, thank you.
Oh
I just
my
want
God,
to say,
a man named
put
Lauren.
a positive spin thing on,
Love
put a
that.
positive thing on spin on things, Brian. At least you put a fire under everybody's ass, and they're going to start playing the game very fast.
We were, it was funny because I was talking to somebody about that earlier, and it was like, well, now you guys don't have to wait 2 or 3 weeks for these people to figure out what they're going to do. I mean, I almost had girl-on-girl cage match on day 7, so at least we gave you that at least. So yeah, hopefully everyone got to see some people's true colors, which was kind of nice.
For sure.
And hopefully now that they all had to kind of show some of their cards, that it's going to be on. I mean, a lot of these people, we were talking about it even in the house. Everybody realizes that over the next few weeks, these people are just going to start to tear each other apart, and those girls are just going to go at each other's throats. Which, if I would have been a little bit smarter, Memphis is just going to sit back and let them do what they want to do. Him and I were kind of laughing about that yesterday. So
exactly,
absolutely.
Like you said yesterday to Julie, if the Power of Sarah, the veto competition would have taken place 12 hours earlier, I'd still be in the house.
Yeah, and it just showed.
Could you explain that? Because I didn't get it when you said it, and I still don't get what does that mean if the veto had happened 12 hours later or earlier?
So when I put the plan into action, I put it in too early, as we were talking about a little bit earlier. Well, what that basically meant is 12 hours earlier, I had all those people that were united together to swing the vote from Memphis to me were ready to vote Memphis off. And then what happened was the next morning, because I found out who started all of it was when I asked everyone, well, when did you find out about this? They all found out at the exact same time on the exact same day, except for 3 people. And that was Libra, Ollie, and April. And so from that point, you can kind of see how it would play out, how this thing would start.
If you were in that position, too, you'd get rid of the stronger player.
Absolutely.
And, Memphis, come on.
Yeah.
She's going to be screaming in the dark at some closed door and walking into stuff and
Rennie.
Oh, sorry,
Rennie. Yeah, exactly. But see, the funny thing was that I knew the good thing was the house. That's why I was trying to convince them, because they all wanted her gone because she was driving them crazy, and I'm like, that's the dumbest thing you can do. I mean, she could have gone eventually, but the girls just wanted her gone because she was driving.
You
them
keep
insane.
those people in. That's how I convince people to keep me in. I'm a bigger distraction than you are. There's more attention focused on me, and it's taking it off of you.
She got real quiet. She was smart the last couple of days. She got real quiet.
You'll see that people will totally change their whole deal.
You can see people come in with these plans, and then their plan doesn't work. Because I think Rennie thought that really her fun, always second lining kind of attitude was going to be fun. But it didn't. It wasn't fun. You guys seemed very annoyed.
We always said that I would love to